Welcome, everybody. This is Ask the Attorney. I'm your host, Brad Latchett. I serve as General Counsel for the Professional Insurance Agents of the Northeast. And today's question is on commissions. I just received notice from one of my carriers that they are cutting my commissions to 1%. Can they do that? Yeah, we get questions on commission cuts a lot. So can they do that? Probably. So there are very little law or regulation on the commission structure between a carrier and an agency. Instead, most of that is going to be found in an agency agreement between the agency and the insurance carrier. So your first stop into seeing if a carrier can actually reduce your commissions is to look at the agency agreement itself. Almost always there'll be a provision in there regarding commissions. It will usually say how much commission an agent is entitled to, as well as when it must be paid. And importantly, at least for this question, what a carrier must do in order to reduce or change the level of commission. Now, here's where you're going to really want to pay attention to the agreement, because there's a lot of variation in the notice that is required. Some agreements will spell out that an insurance company cannot change commissions without providing 30 days notice or 60 days notice. Others will be kind of silent on the amount of days notice, meaning that any sort of advance notice would satisfy the contract. So even 1 day's or an hour notice prior to a cut of commissions would be legal if the contract said it was. So that's really going to be your first stop and probably your best stop to ascertain whether a carrier can reduce commissions and how they go about doing that. Now, there are certain circumstances where law or regulation will come into play. If a carrier is terminating an agreement with an agency, there are certain protections that are in place for commissions. Generally speaking, an insurance carrier cannot reduce commissions after they've terminated an agreement with an agency. Now, there are some exceptions to that because it's a law and there's always exceptions. If a carrier is reducing commissions across the board for all agencies, then they can do that for a terminated agency as well. And now, another scenario in which a carrier may not be able to reduce commissions is if they're reducing commissions as an end around of market withdrawal rules in a state. So instead of submitting a plan to the state saying, hey, we're going to withdraw from the marketplace and we're going to do X, Y, and Z, they're just reducing commissions, hoping that producers will take the business elsewhere, and it happens naturally. State insurance departments don't really like that. It's frowned upon. So if you suspect an insurance company is doing that, I would encourage you to reach out to your state insurance department to let them know. If that's the case, oftentimes the department will get involved and have the carrier either reverse any sort of action or go through the proper steps of the market withdrawal, if that is what is happening. So, in summary, can a carrier cut your commissions? Probably. But the best place to look is in your agency agreement. Look for that commission provision, see what it says, see how much notice is required. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have any other questions on this or anything else, please feel free to shoot an email to PIA at the Resource Center at PIA.org or Government Affairs, at PIA.org. Again, my name is Brad Latchett, and this has been Ask the Attorney.